So in today's War Thunder video, we have a pretty cool one, which is Gaijin is introducing some new ground vehicle damage model changes that we actually get to vote on and kind of give our opinion on which ones that we'd love to see within the game. So there's going to be 4 questions within this. We're going to talk about one right now just because it's a very simple one and honestly should already be in the game by now, which is healing of wounded crew members whenever you're in a tank. Honestly, I don't know why this is not already in the game. It would just be such a good quality of life. I do understand there's like a little bit of controversy of should it be automatically done or should you have to go to like a capture point, and whatever way that they put it into the game, it would just be positive. But the reason that they're actually doing this is because of the issue with like light tanks and IFVs, as well as just wheeled vehicles that run around to places. Have you ever noticed whenever you shoot some of them, sometimes you may think that you have the wonderful shot on them, like center mass, they have no armor, so it should just be an easy kill, right? And your IFVS just goes completely straight through them and basically does no damage. That's basically what they're trying to like fix within these like updates or these like changes to ground forces vehicles. But each one of these things, they have problems with them. So they have 3 solutions that they're proposing, but each one of them just has like very, very huge problems with them. And I don't really think any of them actually suffice to actually be added into the game. In my opinion, what I think they should do is that they should just artificially increase the spawning of light tanks, since, well, it's a video game, they can do that. And then all they have to do is get rid of spawn liners. There you go. There's the 2 reasons of why it's just annoying to shoot anything right now, because you don't have a consistent amount of damage throughout the whole entire game. There you go. There's the answer, Gaijin. Take my advice and you would just run with it and it would just be great. But the first one that they're talking about is that they want to introduce more modules to vehicles. So like your hydraulic tanks, let's say that you have like an MG, your MG ammo within the tank. So they're just introducing more like interior tank models, and here's my problem with it. So on paper, it seems pretty good. And honestly, to me, I think it would be pretty cool if we had like, you know, more models and just better models. The thing that just hits us on the head of why this is a terrible, terrible change is that they can't do it to all vehicles at once. They would have to do it just like they do with the custom loadouts, where they're adding it over time. And you know what that's going to do? It's going to create different metas within the game, because let's just say, for example, the Leclerc, which is a vehicle that's not played a ton, doesn't get hit with this change, while the Abrams, the Leopard, P80, you know, the Type 90s all get hit with it, right? So the Leclercs just sit over there with either 1, having better damage because it doesn't have as much modules within inside of it, or 2, because it doesn't have enough, or it doesn't have modules inside the tank, or, you know, extra modules, it just dies. So that's my whole problem with it, is if they want to introduce this, they cannot do it one by one or do it like just a set amount of vehicles at a time. It has to be done all at once, because if you don't do it, it's just going to create so much just drama throughout the whole entire game, as we can already see right now when people are talking about, oh, my Abrams armor is wrong, or oh, my, you know, armor is wrong in this particular vehicle. It's just going to create so much of that, and it's going to be so annoying to actually see that. And they've also admitted to it that it's going to be a ton of work to actually get all of these interiors actually modeled into what they should be, you know, whether it be hydraulic tanks, whether it be electronics, you know, like fuse boxes, I assume, all that sort of stuff. In my opinion, it is way too much work to get put into the game to maybe not even affect the game as they would like to see. So why do it? It's just going to be a waste of time, in my opinion, unless something just randomly happens where they're actually able to do this. Like, it's going to be crazy to see, you know, just like how many tanks are in the game now that they'll have to go through. Like, I don't know. It just seems very impossible that this would ever happen. The second one is even more controversial because they want to introduce a stun mechanic. I don't know where this is already going, but the stun mechanic is an interesting solution to this problem, I guess, because I guess what they're trying to say is that if your tank gets penetrated, or you're getting shot at, or you're getting, you know, hit by enemy tank rounds, your crew members would be kind of like stunned and they would be disorientated and all that sort of stuff. War Thunder is a video game. Why do we need this? Like, why? Why do I want to play a game to where I get shot, and then just because I got shot by like a PT-76, you know, 57, and he has an autocannon, he's able to shoot again in another like 2 seconds, I'm stunned and I can't shoot him. Like, how is that fun? I honestly don't see that being fun at all, especially whenever it comes to autocannon vehicles, especially whenever it comes to IFVs. I mean, they're probably going to do the whole mechanic of like it's got to be over like a 60mm cannon to do stuns, but why even add this? Like, it just seems like it's going to be one of those things that's just completely, you know, pointless to add. I mean, I know they want to add like, you know, where it blurs your vision and you get like sparks thrown up on your screen. Why? You know this in other games. is why some people don't want to play that particular game. And I'm talking about World of Tanks here. And I know it will not be similar to World of Tanks because it's for artillery, or it used to be for artillery. But in War Thunder, it will be for probably everything except for like maybe IFVs, because they'd realize that would just be stupid to give like the 30mm on the BMP2 a stun mechanic of just being able to shoot over and over. I don't know. It's just a stupid mechanic. Like I don't know how to say it any better. Like you're just going to create a meta of where people have quicker reloads are just going to win. I mean, imagine the Abrams right now with like a 4-second reload, and you get stunned by an Abrams and you point your gun towards it because, well, I guess you're just disorientated, right? And you're trying to shoot him and he's already got another shot coming at you. And you're having to fight a disorientated like tank versus someone who has a 4-second reload, or even like type 90s or type 10. I don't know, man. It just seems very odd that this is even a mechanic they're proposing in a way. The third one is actually kind of weirdly worded in a way, because what they're trying to say is they're trying to say that they want to add a cooldown timer to your crew members whenever you're pinned, right? So they want to give them like some sort of like job they have to do whenever the tank is pinned. Like let's just say that they're having to put out fires on, maybe their manuals that they have within the tank to like fix different problems, or they have like a hydraulic leak that they need to like attend to, or just kind of like fix in a way. And it's one of those things that on paper seems a little bit odd. And like let's just say you catch yourself on fire, right? Your clothes catch on fire. What do? You pat it out, right? That's what they're trying to insist on, which is just a cooldown timer of your crew. Okay, so that's the best way to explain this. It's not like adding more fires to you where you'd had to use FE or something. The way that I understand it is that they just want like minutia, like jobs within the tank once you're pinned, kind of like a damage control in a way. Now, the thing that they don't say is, does this actually cause damage to your crew? So like, let's say that you have a yellow gunner, for example, and his clothes are on fire. Does he like turn into a red gunner? Does he completely die from it? They don't really, talk about that within this post, but I'm assuming it's just like like I've said, it's just kind of like a cooldown on your crew. So you're not able to just completely turn your tank around and just shoot at the enemy that shot you. That's the way that I kind of see out of this. Now, to me at least, this just seems like another annoying mechanic. And then also, it very heavily depends on how they implement this, but it seems like it would be a crew skill. And the reason I say that is because of the vitality whenever it comes to that. And then also just like your repair skill and all that sort of stuff would actually probably, be introduced into this. Like, let's just say the maximum amount of time that it takes to like put out like a fire within the tank would be, 5 seconds. And then, for like an ace crew, it's only like 2 seconds. So honestly, I don't know. It's one of those that I don't agree with, just because I think it can be one of those that is very much put into like a crew system or crew skill point system, right? That we are having the game. And as we already know, that's very pay to win if you really want to get into the like minutia about it. And it's just another kind of like RNG factor of the game in general. So yeah, I'm not really hyped about any of these changes. I don't think any of them should actually come to the game. Maybe number 1, but like I've said, if they want to do the option 1, they definitely need to do it all at once. Even if it takes them like 2 or 3 years to just get all the vehicles ready, release them all at once and make sure that they work, make sure there's, as minimal issues as they can possibly have. Because like I said, it's going to be incredibly annoying whenever some vehicles have it and some vehicles don't. And it can definitely determine what the meta is. If these new like modules or these new internals of different tanks increase spalling, guess what? It's going to be very OP if your tank magically just missed out on that update, within that BR bracket of tanks that don't have spalling, and then also you just run into the issue of War Thunder already is massive. And thinking about how many just random issues like come up within this game, I imagine you just have issues of where your tank just disappears, or you're spalling, and I don't know, man. It's so much work. Like they even admit it, that it's so much work to put this stuff in, and I don't see a return of investment of this at all. Like it's completely pointless to add just like better internals of tank, where it's like more fleshed out. You can do that already, but in like a better scale of increased spalling already, or just decrease. Like I don't think you need to just do this whole thing of where we're modeling hydraulic tanks and modeling electronic components and modeling like MG belts and all sorts of stuff within the tank. Like, I just think that's completely worthless to do. So yeah, what do you guys think? I feel like a lot of you are probably just going to disagree. I mean, it's kind of a given at this point. Some people are definitely on the War Thunder historical train and, kind of can't stop out those people at times, but it is what it is. And at the end of the day, it's a video game. So don't take out your, grievances on me about it. Go take it out on the poll that they're actually letting you vote on. And then we can see what the community wants whenever it comes to War Thunder. So yeah, I'll leave the links to the poll in the comments and as well as the description of this video. So definitely check them out. Go vote and you make your voice heard. Hope everyone has a wonderful day and we'll see you guys in the next War Thunder video.